Welcome back, surf fans. Another epic heat in the books. Sebastian Zietz versus Joan Duru, providing the fireworks that surf fans love. An 8.23 and a 7.63 were enough to get Sebastian Zietz the win. But a hotly contested heat, and we're in for another one right now. Round 2, heat 11 in the water. Coffin versus Tomas Hermes. Chris Cote here with Martin Potter. And here we go, Coffin now. Stalls it right under the lip. Looking for that barrel ride. Doesn't quite get it. Now could have something on the inside. Gets eaten by that wild section, breaking on a shallow sandbar.
We didn't necessarily see it too much of an increase this morning, but we're starting to see it right now.
Here we go, Tomas Hermes. Smooth drop, comes around a frothy section. Looking for this wave to peak up. It does. Soupy barrel for Tomas Hermes. Can he get a second? Oh. Looked like almost had that eyeball of the exit, but just gets clamped at the end. So a nice, kind of smooth entry into a quick cover-up. Was a big throaty looking wave. Had that inside section panned out. That could have been a sizable score.
This looks like snapper in a way, where it's breaking behind the rocks, right?
It does. This wave has a way of kind of mimicking a few other waves around the world. You think, snapper rocks in a way, but then you look at a wave like this, it kind of looks like a France beach break.
Yeah, it sure does. Hossegor, Super Tubos over there in Portugal. Tomas Hermes, just a little bit of a cover-up, and then this little bonus section pulls in nice and high, driving through that section. Unfortunately, the wave just running away from Tomas Hermes. You could hear the oohs and the ahs from the crowd on the beach. Obviously, Tomas, a rookie on tour, but he doesn't surf like one. He's been around for quite a while. Beautiful positioning right there from Tomas, but unfortunately, no exit. I think you can learn instinct. I think that's something you've got to be born with, but to identify a good wave, I think you can learn that.
We'll see if Tomas Hermes' instincts are telling him the right thing to do here. Driving through the tube, Tomas Hermes straightens it out. A clean exit. A quick barrel, but it was definitely critical. You saw all that foam and whitewater churning around him as he pulled inside of the pocket. And, of course, you heard the oohs and ahs from the beach. That does not affect the judges. Got veritable blinders and earplugs in. They don't react to the crowd noise, but they will react to this wave. Well ridden by Tomas Hermes.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's one of those driving tubes as well. Didn't really slow himself down. He had to really get a move on.
I think that was more of a mid-range approach from Coffin, but kind of did everything right. Surfed up to the potential of this wave.
Yeah, I mean, the wave didn't really cooperate like he would have liked to. You can see how he hit the brakes. Got covered up momentarily, but this turn right here, I mean, that was critical stuff. As he drove into that maneuver, the fins gave way. Great ability there from Connor just to be able to pull that off. But I love that little check turn, cover up, and then into this big sort of gouging maneuver, just tearing that lip to pieces. But the board gave way, a little bit of air underneath it, and then it reattached itself to the face, and great sort of balance there from Connor to be able to pull that one off.
And the tide is helping us push. You see these waves just driving across the lineup here. Who will be in position? It is Coffin. He's deep, pumping into the barrel. Coffin dragging that back arm, trying to find the pocket. He does. This wave vortexing around him. Can't quite get in the barrel, but a solid effort for Coffin. Anticipation buildups, waiting for the wave to barrel. Here we go, Tomas Hermes. A little backdoor section for Tomas. Now he gets up into the lip, blowing the tail. Nicely executed. That's why we call him a surgeon, a master technician when it comes to rail transitions, getting off the bottom, straight up into the lip.
Wind is howling offshore, and that's kind of what we want, though, because it's holding the wave up. It's giving these guys a bit of time to get into it, and then with that offshore wind, it just absolutely barrels. So let's have a look at Tomas Hermes. Slides straight into a little cover-up. Comes flying out, and a beautiful maneuver there with a little tail-tapping drop. Nothing like the heat before, but we're starting to warm up.
Right back in the zone. Coffin with a late drop. Eyes on the tube again, just kind of right there in the pocket. Now he could find something. Back foot slips off. Connor looked like he was eyeing nice potential barrel through that inside section. His back foot just got whipped off. Just, sometimes your ankles are just dragged out from underneath you by the lip of that wave. That's what happened there for Connor.
Trying to avoid that 25th place.
As we wait for someone to crack this heat wide open, Tomas Hermes is deep, disappeared, and reappears. Wow, Tomas Hermes out of nowhere finding the gem straight off the jetty. The crowd definitely eating that one up. So Tomas Hermes now, just as we thought this heat was kind of getting a little bit lethargic. Huge score across the board. Tomas Hermes drops a 9.07.
So right now, Tomas Hermes, a 9.07, one of the best waves of this event. Connor now in a combo situation. Now, you can see Connor having a look at that wave. Tomas driving through the section, super deep, up and over the foam ball, and then reappears right at the end, sneaks out of it. On top of that, hands up above, and why not? What a wave there from Tomas Hermes. Up and over that section, beautiful positioning, and sneaks out saying, what else do I have to do? Scores every judge over 9 points, 9 points or more, 9.2, 9.3 was the highest, averaged out to a 9.07. Wowzers. And just like that, Connor Coffin in a combo situation. Not the good combo, by the way.
Around 35% of the entire field from Brazil. And as it stands now, Tomas Hermes is looking like he could keep that percentage alive, but don't count this guy out. Connor Coffin right now, well, now you can count him out. Connor Coffin, unfortunately, gets lipped in the head right there, so just kind of adding insult to injury, going down, and he cannot be happy with how things transpired in the last 10 minutes of this heat.
Times when you sort of fall into that anti-rhythm, against the flow, it's really hard to get yourself back into flow.
Flow is a good word for what we're seeing right here. Tomas Hermes, yet again, finding a gem and getting himself in a nice little cylinder through that frothy inside section. Rides the barrel, comes out, then he gets lipped. So would you say that is a completed tube ride right there?
No.
Check out his cover of the band's classic, The Weight. Highly recommended. So with that, Tomas Hermes, a convincing win over Connor Coffin.